Hello, guys. It's Mrs.Z. Today we are working on the lesson 12, grade 5, mission 5, lesson 12. As I said, it is word problem. Okay, let's see what the story says. Okay, Marco is designing a label. The dimensions of label are 3.5 inches by 1 1/4 inch. What is area? What is area of the label? Use read, draw, and write process. Okay, so by knowing, we can sketch that the label is 3.5 inch long. So if I take my ruler, I can make an edge to the edge of a paper, but I'm going to start about right here. Okay, so that's 1 inch, that's 2 inches, that's 3 inches and half. So if I'm gonna go to 5, which is 1, 2, 3, I didn't start from 0, I start from 1, so it's still 1, 2, 3 inches, 3 whole inches, and I need a half. So the whole inch is till here, but I need half. So here is the half. So that is 3.5 inch. Now, the other side or width says it is 1 1/4 inch. So it's full inch. So I'm going to make perpendicular line to one of the side, the corner. Okay, I'm just gonna make one little. So then if I take and start at 2, okay, I'm just gonna draw and label 1 inch, which is right here. So from here to here is 1 inch, but I also need 1/4 of an inch. So if I look this, here is the whole inch, here is 1/2 inch. So if I cut 1/2 inch into the half, then I will have 4 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of these, this much, is my 1/4. So I'm going to go and connect that. Now I do have 3.5 inches and I have 1.5. So I'm going to now create that label. So I am about parallel line. If this is 3.5, so is this one as well. So if this here is 1 1/4, then all the way to the, it's going to be also that length. But now I'm going to create, I'm just going to break into the holes and the parts. So when I look this rectangle, I can create that label to find the area. This will help me. This is 3 inches and this is 1/2 inch. So together is 3.5 inch. Okay, now if I look this way, this here is 1 inch. And this little guy here is just a 1 out of 4 pieces that I cut inch. So it's 1/4 of an inch. So if I use area model strategy to figure it out, what is the area of the label, I can use length times width because rule is area equals long side times short side, length times width. Okay, so in this case, this is the length. So 3 by 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Sometimes I do like this, 3 inches times, if I have enough room, 1 inch. That makes 3 times 1 is 3, and inch times inch is inch squared, squared inch. Okay, so I got this area here. Okay, now knowing that this is 1, my parallel lines, you have to see that, and this is also 1. Okay, so I am doing this area now right here. So that I can also put like little one here. So this is 1 times 1/2. So 1 times 1/2. So 1 times 1/2 is 1/2 inch squared, because still I multiply inch by inch and I got inch squared. Okay, now I need this area right here. So knowing that this is 3, so is this length. So I have this is 3, and then this here is just 1/4. So it is 3 by 1/4. So 3 times 1/4 equals 3 groups of 1/4 is 3/4 inch squared. Squared inches. Okay, the last but not least is this. If this is half, so is this. If this is 1/4, so is this. So if I look this little guy here, this area of that rectangle, I can say, okay, 1/2 times 1/4. So I'm going to just make arrow and write 1/2 times 1/4, which will give numerator times numerator. That's 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 4 is 8. So this is 1/8. So when I know every area of each part, I can now combine those together, and I will have what area of this this label is. So area equals 3 inch squared. I will just omit, because it's a squared inch, squared inch, squared inch, squared inch. I'm going to use this at the end, okay, because I'm adding square inches. 3 plus half plus 3/4 and plus 1/8. Okay, so I see now, I usually use the color. So this is the half whole makes 2 pieces. This whole is made of 4 pieces. And then this is 8, the whole is made of 8 pieces. So these are not the same size of pieces, so I have to make the sizes the same. I usually look to change everything. You could change everything into the 8s, because I can change easily. 2 times 4 makes 8, and I will do the same thing by cutting halves into the 4 pieces. I'm creating 8s. By cutting 4s into 2 pieces, I will create 8s as well. So my problem is going to be 3 plus 4 8s plus 6 8s plus 1/8. So when I calculate all these now, when all the pieces are same size, now they're all 8s, I can add the top number. I can add how many pieces do I have. So they're all 8s. So I need, looking if I have my fraction pieces to show you, but they're not close by, so it's okay. These are 8, so I can say that there is 3 wholes plus 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 1 is 11 eighths. Now, when I have 11 eighths, 8 pieces will make a whole. In 11, you can think about in 11, you do have 8 plus 3. Thinking about that, 8 plus 3. So in here, you can make 8 eighths and plus 3 eighths. When I decompose this into 8 eighths, I create a whole. So 8 pieces will make a whole, and I will have three pieces left. So finally, this is 3 plus 1 whole plus 3 eighths. So final answer is 4 wholes and 3 eighths square inches. That is the area of this Margot's postcard that she created. I'm gonna make it smaller. So remember, we did draw picture. That's we read information, we draw picture, and now it's time to write answer in words. So the question is, what is the area of the label? The area of Margot's label is 4 whole inches. Or I can just write 4. It's okay. I'll just change that into 4 and 3 eighths square inches. Square inches. Okay, guys, I will change this into looking nice. All right, that's it. 4 and 3 eighths of the next inch. So I can also do multiplication to check my answer, just in case if you like to do it, and it will. This is use area model, and then I can use. Let's see if I need area equals 3.5 times 1 1/4. This is, if I use distributive property, it will match with my area model, but I also have possibilities that I can change all these 3 wholes in the pieces and use the rules of multiplication, which I could do 3 wholes is 6 halves, 6 halves. And the plus 1/2 that I had, this fraction is going to become 7 halves times 1 whole has 4/4 plus 1 more. So 4/4 is the whole plus 1/4 that I have. This is hard for kids to understand it. So this is this. And then half is adding half extra. So here is the 1 whole, which becomes 4/4, and then 1/4 more, so that this will become 5/4. So when I change this whole mix number into the improper fraction, or fraction 7 halves times 4 and 1 5/4. Okay, when I change a mixed number into the fraction form or improper fraction, I could use the rule of multiplication fraction by fraction, and it says multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So if I use the highlighter, I can, so I needed to multiply numerator by 7 times 5 and also denominator 2 times 4. When I do that, I can say, oh, 7 5s are 35 and 2 4s are 8. So now my answer is in a fraction form. If they ask you, leave the answer as a fraction, this is going to be like 35 eighths square inches. But if they ask to find the mixed number as a fraction, then you know that 8, how many times 8 is there in a 35? You can think, oh, if I say 5 times 8 is 40, that's too big. So I could think about 4 times 8 is 32. So that will 32 pieces will make 4 holes, and I will have 3/8 left. How I can show you this is if I have 35/8, then I can say, okay, 32 pieces of 8 will make me 4 holes, and I have 35, so I will have 3/8 left. So finally, 32/8 is 4 holes, and then 3/8 is left. So square inches. Okay, so now I proved to you that our answer was correct, and we did in a different strategy. We draw area model and we found answer as 4 3/8 square inches, and then also we use changing the mixed number into the fractions and use the rule of multiplication and also get the same answer. Okay, guys, I hope that you like my explanation and it helps you understand better how to multiply fractions and mixed numbers. Use area model as well. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye. Play smart.